Hola, Sef. Antes que nada quería pedirte por favor que te presentes, porque yo sé que tú eres el Burger Beast acá en Miami, ¿cierto? Para que la gente en Chile sepa quién eres.
Claro, soy Burger Beast, Burger Beast, si me quieren seguir en Instagram. Y escribo sobre la hamburguesa, la comida. Estamos en el museo de nosotros aquí. Y además tenemos un restaurante sobre la hamburguesa aquí en Miami.
Hoy día en la mañana justamente fuimos y estaba espectacular.
Se me olvidó que prefería la entrevista en inglés, así que voy a cambiar ahora.
So Sef, using a scale from 1 to 7, okay? How satisfied are you with your life in general?
I don't know, I would say maybe 6.
Okay,
I don't think you could ever be 7.
Okay, it's always good to have something to improve, you know? So that's pretty high.
Is this how you trick me? Now you tell me something like that and then you zing me with a good question.
Exactly. So what are the kind of things that makes you happy? What are the kind of things that are supporting that 6?
No, I think mostly spending time with people that I care for and I like. I think that's the main thing.
And how important is for you, like, your relationship status for your happiness? I know that you are happily married, you know, but if you
How do you know that?
I know, I guess.
I'm just kidding.
But of course, you have had times of your life where you have been like single. Now you are in a relationship. Did your happiness level change with like changing your relationship status, or you have been able to be happy in both situations?
I just think it's different. I think that when you're single, it's different. I guess you find maybe the happiness in a different way. But you know, for Marcel and I, we work together also. So I mean, some people can't do that, but we work together. We spend time together. We have a good time together.
For how long have you been together?
In 1998. So you're talking to what, 21 years.
Beautiful. And what's the secret to do that? You know, it's not that common to find people that are like happily together for that long. So please give us some tips.
The main tip: be honest with each other, and not to lie to each other. I think that's the most important thing. Okay. I think that's the kind of the one thing that you can't go back. I mean, once you lie to someone, you cheat on someone or something like that, it's kind of hard to go back on that.
That's true. Now if we are going a little bit more intimate, using the same scale than before, from 1 to 7. How satisfied are you with your sex life in general?
Marcella? No, I'm just
I'm going to ask her later.
I'm look, to be honest, I'm not dissatisfied. I'd say 6. I'm not generally I'm a positive outlook. You know what I mean? I mean, we have a good time, and I think that there's more to the whole relationship than just the sex.
Okay.
So,
but what makes great sex for you? What are the key factors to enjoy it?
Oils. No, I'm just kidding.
Toys, you know.
No, I don't know. I think it's actually being with someone that you care for, you actually feel for.
So during your whole life, you have always like thought that it's important to be like having a relationship to enjoy sex, and instead of having like casual sex, for example, while you were single or whatever.
Yeah. And my connection with the person is very important.
And how confident do you normally feel to talk about this kind of topics? It is easy for you to, you know, mention this kind of issues if you want to try something new, if you want to say no to something or whatever. It's an easy topic to talk to.
I think at this point, yes.
Yeah, but
21 years. You ask something, you're like, well, you know, you want to try this. You know, maybe they don't want to try something. You're like, oh, let's not do it. You also don't want to make someone do something they don't want to do. You know what I mean? So it has to be like a comfort level for both people.
Okay, so actually, like time, it's always making it better. Like when you are having more trust or like a deeper relationship.
I think sometimes
it's
with trust, I think you're maybe able to do certain things, but I think some people are just not comfortable with certain things. So you know, if someone tells you no and they tell you no and you're like keep on going, I think you're going to keep getting no. I mean, there's no reason to pursue that angle. Yeah,
and some people also like have some taboos that they are not comfortable to talk about, and they actually like keep it to themselves, but it's still having an effect on their sex life wherever. You don't have any taboos on that?
I like
area?
dressing like a clown. No, I'm just kidding. No, not per se. I mean,
no? Okay, cool. What should you change to enjoy your sex life even better?
Maybe a change of location.
Yeah?
Maybe a plane.
Okay, so trying to innovate maybe.
Yeah, maybe an innovation.
Okay, cool. And is there anything that turns you off?
You mean like in my current relationship, you mean, with my wife?
Yeah, like but it could be like something like general. It doesn't mean that something that happened last week or whatever. Like it could be something that happened even before your marriage or whatever. Some people talk about things that actually happens in sex itself, and other people tell me things that are more like an attitude in life. Maybe people that are too arrogant, maybe it will be a turn off for you or whatever.
I don't like arrogant people.
Yeah. So
I
what
like
are
down to earth people. I like family. I mean, my attraction, you know, and I think part of the whole sex thing is like you're attracted to the personality, to the person who they really are. My wife, for example, is very family oriented, so am I, and that's kind of the things that we look for in a partner, which we found, you know, and that makes her more attractive to me because, you know, she's into the same things I'm into.
Do you think that is there any relationship between happiness and sexuality?
I mean, there definitely is. I mean, but that's not all of it. I mean, like if you're saying the sexuality part of it is the whole thing, I don't think that's the whole factor, because you see these people who rush into a relationship, get married, and then they're divorced in a year or two, and it happens. It seems to me more and more. I mean, when I was a kid, it seems like everyone who was my parents' friends have been married forever. You know, and now to find someone who's been together with their spouse for more than 5 or 10 years is very difficult.
Exactly, and you have been like really successful like for 21 years. So, but so it's not that important, but it still have an effect on your happiness.
I think it could.
Yeah.
I think it can.
Cool.
No one wants to hear no all the time.
If you could send a message to a younger version of yourself, maybe while you were a teenager, for example, to give you a shortcut to enjoy your sex life or the relationships in a better way, what message will you send to yourself?
Run. No.
Run, Forrest, run.
No, I to be honest, I'm happy with how everything turned out. You know what I mean? The truth of the matter is, and it sounds like I'm trying to be cheesy, is my wife and I had a lot of similar friends, and we met when I was, I believe, 24. She was 22, and there was a possibility that we could have met earlier, and that's something we talked about. It would have been cool if we had even met earlier than we did.
No. The last one, I just want to ask you to share some of your like philosophy of life. What are the key things that you think? Things that are important to enjoy life, to be happy, to be successful, or you know, that kind of reflections. Can you share something of what you have learned over life that you think it's a meaningful message for younger people maybe?
I would probably say make sure and try your best to be who you are. Don't ever pretend to be someone else, and always treat people how you want to be treated. You know, you treat people with respect, it will always come back to you. You know, and don't try. I mean, look, my thing is I was unhappy in my job for a while, and you know, I started writing about burgers, and you know, I'm doing what I love. And my wife is working with me. I get to work with a lot of my friends, and it's a lot of fun.
Great.
I don't have anything to complain about.
Sounds great. You have the best job in the world.
Maybe.
Yeah. So thank you, Seth, for all your time and your openness.
Thank you.
That's nice to speak with you. Bye bye.